It's finally here. Nemo Toadstool reacts to stuff. The show where I react to stuff. Pretty simple, right? Music videos for now. We could be adding other stuff in the future, I suppose. Bowling tournaments, maybe, competitive deck sanding, gross things people eat. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. But for now, we're doing music videos, and specifically, we're going to be diving into a genre that I'm really not one to dabble in much. So I'm looking forward to breaking out of my comfort zone and discovering some new music today. There we go. Finally got that out. All right, but before we get into that, the pandering. Folks, you know how it is. We YouTubers live and die by likes and subscribes. So I'm going to go ahead and start in on you right from the get-go and ask it if you at all like what I'm doing and you want to see me do more of it, then like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then ring my bell so I can notify you each and every time I release one of these reactions, okay? Not that hard. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way and then we can have fun. Cool? All right. Now, I'm tired of the pandering, so let's get on with what I really want to talk about, which is Let Somebody Go by Coldplay and Selena Gomez. All right. I've heard the name Coldplay. I kind of think of it like I think of Nickelback, like it's just music you don't listen to and you just make fun of anybody who does. Um, but that's not very sporting of me, and so I'm like, okay, let's go find out what these guys are all about and not just assume I don't like them. So I went and found one of their songs and listened to Chris Martin's voice, and I get a sense of what they're about and so forth. And I'm already familiar with Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place, and more recently, Only Murders in the Building on Hulu with Martin Short and Steve Martin. That's not a paid advertisement, by the way. It just happens to be something my wife and I are watching right now. So she is in that, and so I'm familiar with her from that, and maybe a song or two she's done somewhere along the line, but I couldn't tell you what. Anyway, I did not know that these two were in a relationship or that relationship ended. But it seems that the lyrics of this song are about that journey. And it was co-written by Martin's 17-year-old daughter, Apple. So a lot of deep emotions here, I'm sure. I'm excited to see what's going to come out of this collaboration given their history. Let's go ahead and get into it. I love the nostalgic feel of this. The black and white is just draws you right in. Ooh. I'm assuming he's British. I guess I should look that up uh, and not assume things like that. It's interesting, though, that he has a very strong British voice coming out in his vocals that I didn't pick up on as much when I was listening to Coldplay earlier. I'm wondering if that was an intentional choice, just to be more natural and vulnerable, to be more him instead of the frontman for Coldplay. I don't know. Just a thought.
We talked around in circles and we talked around and then
Make me dizzy.
I loved you to the moon and back again.
Oh, what a cool effect. Okay. So their reflection of both of them is in the tears. Beautiful.
You gave everything this golden glow. Now turn off all the stars, 'cause this I know.
I want to point out these stairs. And they're very reminiscent of MC Escher's work. And okay, and actually, now that I'm, thank you. Actually, the visuals for this video were inspired by MC Escher. Makes perfect sense. These winding stairwells that are a visual representation of their complicated journey through the relationship. That's what I'm going to say anyway.
that it hurts like so to let somebody go.
All the storms we weathered.
It's an interesting choice that when she comes in, she's upside down. Again, I wonder if these choices were intentional. I'm sure they were. It's fascinating that they're adding a little bit to the story by bringing her as she's singing her part. They're bringing in Selena visually upside down.
Everything that we went through. Now without you, what on earth am I to do? When I called the mathematicians and I asked them to explain, they say love is only equal to the pain.
Wow, what a line. Again, especially in the context of this very intricate artwork, these Escher-inspired stairwells that that call precision to mind. It's this sense of logic that's tangled up in itself, and so it's interesting that they chose the word mathematician. I don't think I've ever heard that in a song before, so kudos to the two of them for working the word mathematician into a song. I love little Easter eggs like that.
And when everything was going wrong, you could turn my sorrow into song. Oh, it hurts like so to let somebody go. To let
These two have very, excuse me, naturally very complimentary voices. Harmonizing is difficult to do if you have the talent to do it. It's much more difficult to make it sound good. These two just have the natural chemistry that their voices just work extremely well together.
somebody go. Oh,
Wow. The point where the melody picks up and the stairs start breaking apart is visceral. I don't know too many people who couldn't relate to that in some way or another. Of that breaking apart of something that you worked so carefully and so precisely to build. And the visuals just speak volumes to just that feeling. And so now they're both falling in this crumbling world that they built. Wow.
when you love somebody.
I know I'm going to say this over and over again, but I am in awe of how CGI today is enhancing artists' ability to communicate in an entirely new way. I'm a child of the 80s. Special effects in the 80s were laughable and were nothing but distractions. We loved them anyway, but they didn't really add to you. You kind of had to overlook them. And today, the lines between physical and digital reality are so completely blurred. Uh, when productions are this well done, that you are immersed in this world that, gosh, even a couple of decades ago couldn't exist, and that mode for expressing one's emotion, one pain, um, that wouldn't have been possible. So it's really fascinating to see what's being done today and how artists are able to, like I say, embrace that digital reality to create things and to connect with their audiences in an entirely new way.
Somebody, and it hurts like so. To let somebody go.
She's falling up.
Hurts like so. To
Falling
let
up?
somebody go. But you're still with me now, I know.
This should be absolutely terrifying. I'm terrified of heights. Um, so videos like this typically render me catatonic, but it's taken me this long to to realize that like this sense of falling is pervasive throughout the video, and yet I remain so captivated in the music and the visuals and the story that typical fear of, oh my gosh, it's falling, what the heck, isn't there. It's saying a lot when a music video can captivate you to that point.
Oh, but you're still with me now, I know.
You know, I did not come into this expecting to be blown away by um, what I would consider pop music. Um, I'm horrible about deriding pop music as being vapid and pointless and self-absorbed and all those things, and they are all those things, but the depth which accompanied the artistry of this song in every form made it absolutely beautiful. And even though I would still consider it pop, um, it's something that I think it can speak to all of us, and so that's the sign of artistry well done. I think is when you can look into a work and not only see their meaning, um, but feel the work viscerally and connect it to your own meaning. And I think that Chris Martin and Selena Gomez have done that extremely well here. So kudos for that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Wow. Okay, So let's go ahead and wrap this up by doing a little more, I don't know, pandering. Yeah, we're going to do that. You know, this is a new channel and I want to do more of this for you guys. In fact, I'm planning on doing it every day with a live stream on Thursdays. So, you know, I'd love to have your support, your motivation, your comments, all that good stuff so that I want to keep doing these things and I don't burn out on it and go, oh, boo-hoo, woe is me, nobody's paying attention. No, just look, don't let that happen, all right? Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and then ring my bell so I can notify you every single time I release one of these reactions, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time for Nemo Toadstool Reacts to Stuff.